13 inventors who never profited off their inventions. Burgers, pens, and matches all had to be invented by someone, but these inventors never profited. The reasons, however, were different. 1. Richard and Maurice McDonald invented McDonald's. In the 1950s, they created a way to make burgers quicker. They sold the idea to Ray Kroc for $2.7 million. Kroc expanded the chain across the globe, making billions. 2. Catherine Hettinger invented the fidget spinner. It became a super popular toy in 2017, but Hettinger had let the patent lapse in 2005. She couldn't afford the $400 it cost to renew it. 3. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. Berners-Lee outlined a concept in the late 1980s. He didn't patent it on purpose. He released a protocol for everyone to use. 4. Ron Klein invented the magnetic stripe on bank cards. Before that, stores had to check numbers manually. Klein never patented his idea. 5. Nick Holoniak invented LEDs. He predicted they'd replace light bulbs. He refused to even patent his invention. 6. Daisuke Inoue invented the karaoke machine. Inoue came up with the idea in the late 1960s. He created the first karaoke tape and mic machine in 1971. He never thought to patent it. 7. Mikhail Kalashnikov invented the AK-47. The rifle was invented by Soviet soldier Mikhail Kalashnikov. He was recovering from war wounds in a hospital. Kalashnikov said his invention was for the benefit of his country. 8. Douglas Engelbart invented the computer mouse. In 1961, Engelbart came up with a prototype mouse. It involved a pair of wheels at the bottom of a wooden block. The patent was granted to his employer in 1970, but shortly after, a Xerox scientist took his concept and modified it. This device used a ball instead. It was enough to file for a separate patent. 9. Jonas Salk invented the polio vaccine. Salk released the vaccine to the world in 1955. When asked who the patent belonged to, Salk replied,
"The people, I would say. Could you patent the sun?"
10. John Walker invented the friction match. In 1826, the English chemist created the first friction match. He began selling cardboard matches, packaged in boxes. There were sandpaper strike pads on the boxes. Walker steadfastly refused to patent his invention. 11. Laszlo Biro invented the ballpoint pen. The innovator patented his invention in 1938. Biro escaped Nazi-occupied Hungary and fled to Argentina. He sold the patent to Marcel Bic. In 1945, Bic's Bic Company went on to sell 100 billion of the pens. 12. Karl-Heinz Brandenburg invented the MP3. Karl-Heinz Brandenburg started work on the project in the 1980s. He was a student in West Germany, but there was no money to distribute the software, so MP3 was marketed as shareware. It quickly became the standard for sharing music over the internet. 13. Nils Bohlin invented the three-point seat belt. Bohlin worked for Swedish automaker Volvo. The first car equipped with his invention was the Volvo PV544. Volvo made the design patent open in the interests of safety.